Today we will learn about the polynomials. So first we will see the different definitions in the polynomials. So first start with the algebraic expression. What is meant by algebraic expression? So definition of the algebraic expression is a combination of numbers, letters and symbols used for the mathematical operation is known as algebraic expression. Okay, so the combination of number, letter and symbols used for the mathematical operation. So here the term is written as 4x plus 2. So 4 is known as the coefficient, x is known as a variable and 2 is known as a constant, and whole is known as term, and this is known as the algebraic expression. So previously we see the polynomial again with one more example. Here you can see the term 8x square plus 1. Okay, so 8 is known as a coefficient, x is known as a variable, the 2 on the top of the x is known as the exponent, plus is known as the operator, and 1 is known as a constant. Okay, and whole is known as a polynomial. 8x is a one term and 1 is a one term. Okay, so is this monomial, binomial or trinomial? So from here we can see it is a binomial. Okay, now next we will see the degree of polynomial. What is degree of polynomial? So for a polynomial in one variable, the highest exponent of the variable in a polynomial is the degree of polynomial. What is meant by the degree of polynomial? The highest component, highest exponent of the variable. Okay, so here you can see the a3x cube plus a2x square plus a1x1 plus a0. Here the a0 is known as constant. Here you can see it is known as exponent. Okay, so in the term, if the the highest exponent of the variable is known as a degree of polynomial. Okay, so if it is ax raised to 4, here the exponent, highest exponent is 4, so degree of polynomial will be 4. Okay, now what are the types of polynomials? So there are 4 types of polynomial: monomial, binomial, trinomial. Okay, so there are 3 types of polynomials: monomial, binomial and trinomial. So what is monomial? First, the polynomial with just one term. Okay, like 2x, 6x square is known as a monomial. What is binomial? With two unlike terms, not like term, with two unlike terms is known as a binomial. 4x square plus x, 5x plus 4 is known as a binomial. And trinomial means with the 3 unlike terms, x square plus 3x plus 4. In monomial it is 1, binomial 2, trinomial 3. Okay, now in the previous we see the degree of polynomial. So for example, what is the degree of this binomial? Is 2, because the exponents in the x is 2. Here the degree of polynomial is 2. Okay, now we'll see the examples of the degree of polynomial. Okay, so what will be the degree of polynomial 9? 0, because no exponent on the 9. x1 plus 4, degree of polynomial is 1 because the components on the x is 1. Now for this one, which is the highest one, we have to select the highest one for the degree of polynomial. So the highest one in this one is 2. So degree of polynomial is 2. Here you can see which one is the highest, 2x cube. So highest degree of polynomial is 3. Okay, now here the highest degree of polynomial is 5. Okay, now we'll see one more example about the linear polynomial and the degree of polynomial. Here you can see the one chart where I have written polynomial, form, degree and examples. So first we'll see the linear polynomial. So what is a linear polynomial? It should be in the form of ax plus b is known as a linear polynomial, and the degree of polynomial is 1 because the power of the x is 1. For example, x plus 8. So degree of, what is the degree? 1 because the power of x here is 1 and it is a linear polynomials. Now second is quadratic polynomials. What is the quadratic polynomials? It is in the form of ax square plus b plus c, where a not equal to 0. Okay, so here you can see the example 3x square minus 4x plus 7 is known as a quadratic polynomial, and the degree of polynomial is 2 because the power in the x is 2. So highest power the highest power is known as the degree of polynomial, and it is the form of ax square plus bx plus c is known as a quadratic polynomial. And the last one is cubic polynomial. Form will be ax square plus bx square plus cx. Ax square plus bx square plus cx is in the form of cubic polynomial. For example, 2x cube plus 3x square minus 4x plus 6 is a cubic polynomial, but the degree of polynomial is 3. Why? Because the power of the x in this term, the highest is 3. So degree of polynomial will be 3.